All righty. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. We are on our cosmic awareness bonus week of Unravel to Rebuild. And we're here with the beautiful Susan Penno. Susan, say hello so everybody can see your beautiful face.
Hi everyone, how are you?
Guys don't know Susan. She is an absolute dear. She is one of the kindest, most pure souls that I've ever run across. Oh, look at those, the hearts coming. Like she really, so I'm not the only one that believes that. So she really is just such a kind soul. And I love being in your energy, Susan, and I can't wait to share you with
Mm.
everybody here because you're just such a special soul. Not many of you Susans walk this earth that I connect with. So I love connecting with you.
Oh, thank you so much. I feel the same about you.
Oh,
And congratulations on your show. I'm so happy for you.
thank you, Susan. Thank you. All right, guys. So let me introduce you formally to Susan if you don't know her. Susan is a gifted psychic medium, energy healer, and spiritual teacher dedicated to helping souls return to their highest vibrational alignment and true expression. With finely tuned access to the Akashic records, she has guided thousands of clients in unraveling karmic knots from ancestral imprints and vows of poverty to hidden attachments and soul level wounds. Known for her clarity and compassion, Susan's work gently reveals the original seeds of struggle and initiatives divine realignment, freeing people to step into a life of wholeness and possibility. And today we're talking about unveiling the invisible, what your soul knows that your mind can't yet see. So, Susan, officially welcome to the call today.
Thank you, darling.
Oh, so happy to have you. So, Susan, with these calls, I've been opening them with a question of having speakers talk about an unraveling period in their life, with my goal being let's not make unraveling so secretive. Like, so,
Beautiful.
like it's such a sacred journey. I mean, it sucks like hell when you're going through it. I mean, it's not fun when you're going through it. But as you go through it and when you look back, you're like, oh my gosh, if I wouldn't have gone through that, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be who I am today. So I would love for you to share a story with all of us.
Oh my gosh, where do I begin? I'll just summarize it because there's so much. From the womb, I experienced trauma. And so I never felt safe. I was always in fight or flight mode. I was diagnosed with PTSD and I was always walking on eggshells, always tense muscles, not knowing when something was going to happen. And I accepted that that is the way life was, because when you don't experience anything else, you think it's your normal. But when you go to school and you see happy families and you see happy people, and when you grow up, and anyway, all of those experiences gave me insight into how other people feel. And it wasn't until it was with my late husband, because he was, let's just say, he was quite violent. One day I said no more. And I didn't know I could do that because I was programmed to always say yes, always put up with it, always be a little robot with a smile, always be a good girl. But when your experiences do not make you feel peaceful, they're not good experiences. No one was there to teach me that.
Mm,
But then one day something inside me knew that if I didn't do something about it, no one was going to save me.
mm,
And from my years of experience as a light worker, I've discovered that consistently, when someone comes to me for a session, the same message that I pass on for them in different ways depending on the situation, but it's the same message that I got from deep down within me. You have to rescue yourself by saying, I deserve better. And once you know I deserve better, then something changes. And it's just a simple, well, it's not always simple because we're in that habit of life being the way we thought it had to be. But the good thing about habits is that you can change them. And the message is, darling, you deserve better. If anything doesn't make you feel peaceful, then that's not for you. And only you can decide, I'm not going to have that anymore. I'm stepping out of that. And I choose peace. I choose that for myself. So it's about self worth. And it's also in knowing that there is a higher power. There are so many angels, so many light beings that exist. And when you start asking them, miracles happen. I remember, I plucked up courage to raise the children on my own. I studied nutrition at school for 3 years, and I knew that my children need carbohydrates, minerals, vitamins, protein. And I just said, oh God, I wish I had some protein for my children. Got a call from an old church friend. My husband's working at a butcher. There's a lot of offcuts. Just wondering if you're one of the families that could do with them. All sorts of miracles. It's asking and knowing that you receive. And miracles happen every day. So I use what I've been through to help others. And when someone's stuck and going through something, it can be so easy to judge them. But unless you've walked in someone's shoes, you don't know what it's like and you have no idea what they're going through. If we can all be more understanding, less judgmental, be more compassionate and loving, and one of the most powerful energies that I do for others is I send them love. I put them in a ball of pink light, I close my eyes, and I just send them love. And I tell them that I love them, that they're loved, that they're supported, and to honor who they are, do what's right for them. Just doing that for someone, even a stranger, someone you don't know very well, but you hear this story, that helps them so much. They're proving scientifically now more and more. They used to think I was crazy back in the day, that our brains, literally, our thoughts powerfully influence others. And now they've scientifically proven it. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did not know that, and that's amazing.
So I've digressed, haven't I? I've gone round and round the mulberry bush. So I guess in a way, what got me through that is I needed to realize that I had to be my own hero.
Mm,
You can't rely on anyone else in human form to come and rescue you. In fact, no matter how hard people try, you have got to make that decision. I deserve better. And as soon as you make that decision, you go on a different path.
yeah.
And
When
then that path isn't easy sometimes. Sorry.
No, you're right. Yeah.
But it's just making the decision. And eventually, what happens is, because like attracts like, the universe will put you in contact with people, something will flash over social media, will be consistent, it could be songs, but that's how frequency works, that's how the energy works. Once you say, I'm amazing and I deserve everything good in life, and that's it, things happen. You're the most important person for you because you're the only one that knows what you need and how you feel. In human physical form, that is. I mean, your guides, source knows how you feel, but because we have free will, we have to ask. Otherwise, there'll be no point in us being here if they're going to always take over. It's asking, and asking can make you feel vulnerable as well, especially if you're used to being knocked down,
Mm.
but they never do. And we came with a team to help us. Um,
So
I
what
think
about
because,
I
yes,
gonna along those same lines, like you said that, we have to it's kind of like take a stand for ourselves, right? Like I want things to be different. But what about a I don't know, the awareness and B, like the patterns that keep showing up. Like there's a lot of like, like the same thing keeps reoccurring in different form. Like how do we there's all this underlying stuff, right? All this that we don't know that's going on, behind the scenes of our lives and these patterns and just reoccurring stuff, reoccurring lessons. Like how do we weed through all of that to really take that stand to be like, I'm ready, things need to be different and take that stand.
well, a beautiful thing happens when you start to say, I want, I want happiness, I want bliss, I want love. What happens is you will start attracting those things, and the glitches that keep happening, they are showing you what needs healing within yourself. And sometimes we pick that up from previous lifetimes and from our previous experiences. And you get, when they were telling me to say that people will come to you, information will come to you, healers will come to you. This show, this beautiful show, Align Living Show, it's so full of love and light and so heart based. So, this is one of the shows, and I know that everyone who's tuned in to watch your show, Gretchen, they've been drawn to it because somewhere along their journey, they've made a decision, I deserve better. And so they're drawn to people like yourself. And that's how it works. And keep working on the glitches. You may have to see a healer. You may have to, you'll be guided and you'll just know, okay, I don't understand it, but somehow I feel as if I'm meant to be doing this. I'm meant to see this person. I'm meant to listen to the show. And you have got to listen to that. And you have to learn to invest in yourself, because when you start doing that, there are so many people who've been through very difficult times and got through, went through that dark tunnel. And like myself, we want to help others heal so that they can step into their goddess energies, so that they can step into their best version of themselves. So we know we've done the work. Listen to people like, I'm not just saying myself, but let your higher heart guide you to the people who are right for you, and follow the advice so that you can get through that as well. And why we keep getting glitches is because of the soul wounds, I call them, soul blocks. So if I'm not able to let go of everything in this life, let's just say, oh, that's a bit graphic. I'm trying to find something that I've experienced that's not too horror movie-ish. Okay, let's just say my husband cheated on me, my late husband. And let's just say I was so deeply hurt that I never got over it. I didn't learn how to process that. I pushed that down. That's something that will stay in my soul DNA as unfinished. So
Mm.
when I come back again, it's still there. I could have the perfect life, perfect experiences, but I will still feel as if I don't trust my husband, and he could be the best husband in the world. And I may also be the type of person who wasn't able to process from a previous lifetime. So I push things down. And that's how it works. And even attracting, and I'll attract people who are cheaters because I haven't healed from it yet.
Mm,
That's what I expect, because what I accepted when it happened to me, and it did actually, what I accepted was I'm unlovable. It
mm,
validated it. You see, it validated my childhood. If I were a good person, then he wouldn't have done that. But I was the perfect wife, and I'm not blowing my trumpet. I really was.
mhm,
The thing is, when someone doesn't treat you the way you deserve to be treated, you expect to be treated, then we take that personally. So that's another thing that I had to learn to heal within myself is self-worth, worthiness. I had to heal unworthiness. And now I look in the mirror and I go, you know what? I'm proud of who you are.
mm.
You deserve everything good in life. When you do that, my goodness me, your frequency changes. You go, so that puts you in a particular frequency of men cheat on me because I'm not good enough. I'm not lovable enough. There's something wrong with me. And that's what was taught to me as a child. So when I stepped out of that frequency or out of that reality, I'm in a different one here. And in this one, people treat me with so much love and respect. I don't have the nastiness. I don't have that. I just have the love. You'll
Mm.
still see it and notice it every now and again. Your friendships change, your work relationships change, everything changes. But you're the one that needs to say, I want the change, and it will happen.
Parts of you.
I digressed again, didn't I?
No, no, it's really good. It's really because I think that that's what there's a couple people here who said that. Margaret said experience is never wasted is her mantra. Beautiful mantra, right? Because it's life. We are going to go through stuff. Joe says, I always say it'll be good for my memoirs when I get through challenges. But it's so both of those are very true. And also that taking that step that stand for you. And so my follow-up question to all of that is because we're not a lot of us here, we're not psychic. We're not, so we can't see behind the layers. We can't, so we may get intuitive hits or like you said, like work with a healer or work with that. And a lot of people here have done a lot of work, right? Like and they feel like intuitive hits, like, oh yeah, like I should work with this person, but then it doesn't turn like maybe doesn't turn out the way that we want, or we don't get the results that we want, or it's just then you're like, oh, so like how do you kind of distinguish between because like like you could see Susan, so you're like able to kind of like see, right? But a lot of us can't.
Yes.
So like how do we kind of take that step to really like believing in what we're seeing and what we're feeling and without fear, without questioning, like those kind of things, I think is my question.
You'll see the results. You will feel the results. You'll know the results. So there are different ways to see. I know top gun mediums who have never seen their guides and never seen auras, but they get a knowing. I call
Mm.
them superpowers. So we all have, everyone has a superpower. Everyone, you have a superpower. So what's yours? To help navigate your way to what's right for you, what's truth for you. You'll get it, your thoughts will be consistent and consistent to where they're guiding you or you're knowing, and you can always trust your gut. And when you go into a room or someone mentions a person's name for the first time, what is your initial response? Because I guarantee that'll be correct. And when you meet the person, you go, oh, I was wrong. They're lovely people. I mean, this is a beautiful person. Huh, must have been my imagination. But then later on down the track, it could be a day, a week, even years later. And that person ends up being a toadstool. And um, sorry.
You're so cute.
So you end up seeing, oh gosh, I was right. How many of you have experienced that? So That's your superpower, would be your knowing. Some people will hear, some people will see. And the thing is, this is where trust comes a lot into it as well, from my perspective, is asking and trusting that there is a higher power guiding you, and look for the synchronicities. You can ask for signs. You can say, "Give me a sign." You may see 1111 consistently after that, or 2 2 22 22 everywhere. Three lots of threes. Ask for signs and they'll show you the signs. It could be pennies, it could be the same song that whole day when you've asked for a sign. You have to ask, but then you have to be aware and be open. And the other thing, too, you said something very interesting, mm, from my perspective and my experience and what I've been doing. Oh my goodness. When I go like this, they're chit chatting to me at the same time. Okay. So, how many of you have gone to see a light worker to guide and help you through something, and they've given you advice and you didn't do it?
Mm,
You have to look at that. I don't want to speak negatively about anyone else, but don't allow yourself to go to someone, because you've got to feel it in you. It has to feel light, has to feel right. Okay. And then when you get that sense, when you, like everyone here, they're drawn to you because it feels right, because you are the light, you're beautiful. So that feels right. So, all of you watching right now and maybe watching the replay, when you look at Gretchen's beautiful face, look at that face, but look past that face and feel her energy, her heart. It feels right. You sense, she's doing this for the right reason.
mm,
It's heart based, right? And that's how you know. And the other thing too is, if you go and see someone to help you and they say, okay, so I'm showing that you need to do this and you don't do that, then maybe it's because you're too busy. Okay, thank you. They want me to say it's also, maybe it's because you need to focus first on healing unworthiness.
mm,
When you procrastinate, when you run away from recipes, I call them light recipes, given to you from someone who you pay a service for or get advice from, and you don't do them, then you need to focus on clearing the unworthiness.
mm,
And you can start by positive affirmations. That's a start. Start with that and see how it helps you.
mm.
It's a
Love.
self talk. It's possible to heal a lot of things that have happened to you in even past lives by consistently doing affirmations. That I find that most people, when they're stuck in a pattern, they're so overwhelmed. And just let light guide you, let your heart guide you, let love guide you, and you'll be okay. Never think for a moment that you're not going to get through something difficult, because you don't know what's around the corner. Your reality is now, is the present, but also you can influence greatly the future by making key decisions that will transform your reality. That starts again with you making that decision. I deserve love. I deserve peace. I deserve happiness.
Mm. Yeah,
Mm.
beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for that message. That was very, very powerful message. So you guys can type in your questions, excuse me, as we go through this as well. And we're going to, Susan has, let me just grab it here. Susan has free gifts for all of you. So I'm going to put that in here as well. So you guys can jump in on this. She has 3 guided meditations to cleanse, recharge, and restore your energy. So it's a $47 bundle, but if there's a coupon code on that page that you can get it for free. So you guys can check that out. Her first MP3 is cleansing and resetting meditation. The next one is recharge your energy meditation. And the third one is clear and light grid your home meditation. So, why are all of those important, Susan, in our lives?
Oh, especially in this day and age,
Yeah.
um, the collective energies that are currently in our dimension are very heavy because they're doing the deep clearing. And that is bringing up all sorts of things out of the woodwork. And most people who are currently, presently in human form are empaths. We pick up things just from listening to the radio, listening to the news, go out into the supermarket to do shopping. Hello, what do we hear? And thanks, guys, you're amazing. High five. Now I know why they mentioned it. So, if you ever look at a DVD called The Secret DVD, they had two people on opposite sides of the world. At an appointed time, they were to think of each other. Prior to that, their brain rhythm and their heartbeats were different. But when they started to focus on each other, guess what? Their brain waves and their heartbeat became in sync.
Wow.
I know. It's amazing. So, how many people are in this dimension right now going through stuff? And many people are waking up because it's all part of what's happening. People are waking up, becoming more aware of who they are, their abilities. They're becoming more sensitive to energy. So, the cleansing and resetting, I find, is an invaluable tool for myself. When I go shopping, sometimes I'm rushing out and about, I'm rushing doing work, rush, rush, rush. I have all these projects that I'm working on. And I forget to ask my guides to place a shield of light around me to filter out all that needs healing in others. I'm not even 5 minutes in that supermarket and I'm drained. I sit down, I feel so tired. Sometimes I have a headache, I can't think, and I just say, I've got to go home. I get home, not long after that, it's because my energy is concentrated in my home. But what is in the supermarket? People are rushing about with their concerns, and that creates frequency, and those frequencies influence us.
Mm,
It's like, imagine your favorite color. You're painted your favorite color. Everyone else has their own favorite color. You can go into a supermarket and be painted with other people's colors. Oh, I call them energy imprints. And in every energy imprint is every single thing that person is feeling, thinking, what needs healing in them, what's going on in their life. So cleansing your energy puts you back to your base energy, and that's you are in control of your own energy and you feel peaceful because everyone else's energy is on the outside. You can think, you have mental clarity, there's grounding in that as well. So your energies are, once they're clear, if you're drained from going into the supermarket, that will go away very quickly and you'll feel strong and revitalized as well.
mm. I love
And
that visual of the painting and the color. Like, I've never heard it explained that way, but that really was a great visualization. Thank you for that.
oh, awesome. High five, guys. Now, with the power up one, that is a beautiful technique in rejuvenating your energy. I used to use that on psychic TV because I'd run from singing and then I wouldn't have just a couple hours and I've got to drive to studio because it was early hours of the morning and I'm ready to fall asleep. So I'm doing a power up meditation at home and you are recharging, bringing all that pure energy in through your chakra system. Our emotions unbalance our chakras, and our chakras are connected to our emotions, and our chakras are connected to our organs as well. So, with the second one, the powering up, the charging up meditation, that fills you with that pure divine love. And it's another clearing one, but it's not just a clearing one, it's Perfect to use before you go into meditation. Perfect. Oh my goodness, didn't think of that. Thanks, guides. High five. Because well, when I meditate, I clear my energy, I connect. But your guides vibrate on a much higher frequency than you because we're in human form in our physical bodies. So when we raise our vibration, and that's perfect for that, it's so much easier for us to perceive what they are trying to communicate to us. So that's also good for that, actually.
Nice.
There
Very
you
nice.
go.
And then the last one was for our home?
Okay, so energy imprints here again through our groceries, even through the water that runs through our taps. So with the light gridding of your home, it's clearing your home. It's like house clearings. I do house clearings. And sometimes there's a buildup of energy where there's paranormal activity. Things are going bump in the night, moving, and it's not someone that's connected to you. It could be someone drawn to your healing light. So they'll come. I call them hitchhikers. And so that's a technique to clear that as well in a nice way. So it's infused with love and light and clearing all the energy out from not just groceries, the water, but from gifts from others. So I love going to secondhand shops. I think you call them thrift stores.
Yes.
You don't know what you're going to find. Lots of treasures you don't know, and I do it now because I see it as a way of recycling, and I love some of the things that you get there. But when I was young and we were really poor. I mean, oh my gosh, raising the kids on my own, I couldn't afford to get new clothes for my children except for the school uniforms and a top, a t-shirt. I said, "Do you like this?" My daughter said, "I love it." When I washed it, everything, she put it on, and she felt like she was choking.
Wow.
And I sensed it because I was in the lounge folding clothes. I remember that. And I said something horrible, and I just threw what I had on the couch, ran into my daughter's room, and she's going, and I just knew. I grabbed the t shirt, took it off her head, and she took a deep breath and she said it choked me. I said, "Oh my God." And I just didn't know what to do. I had an incinerator out the back, which is an old drum we could burn rubbish in New Zealand. We could. I threw it in the incinerator and burnt it because I didn't know what else to do. I wasn't, at that time in my life, I was still running away from this work.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I learned from that day that energy from other people is imbued in things they wear. And unless those articles are cleared, guess what? They can
Mm.
influence you, especially if you're sensitive. And my daughter was very sensitive. And I don't know what happened to the person that wore that. God bless them. Maybe they had asthma or I don't know. But that's what happened to my baby, to my
Wow.
daughter. And this is why being aware, you don't know. How about groceries come in the house, you're in a happy little smurf mode, and all of a sudden you're cranky, or you're tired, or you feel sad. It could have come in from a box. Who packed the groceries? Who packed the biscuits? Who packed the fruit? Who picked the fruit?
Mhm.
Energy imprints are everywhere. So our home is our hub, right? So the last one, long story, drawn out story, sorry, clears all of those energy imprints from everyone else, not just out of yourself, out of everything in your home, your entire home, even the foundation your home is built in. And even if you live in a caravan or in an apartment, it does the same thing. And that beautiful light grid is designed to keep other people's energies on the outside.
I love that. So Marcella, she's asking, can we clear articles from energy or do you need a medium or someone with special gifts? That's this third MP3 and the gifts MP3s that Susan has given. So you play that in your house. Do you have to have the article nearby or it just automatically clears whatever is in your house?
Um, I channel guided meditations and Okay, I get what you're saying. It's best to have it in your home. Have them in your home. Whatever needs to be cleared, have it in your home, and then just play that and listen to it.
Okay, awesome. So that's so cool. And so I would imagine the clearing of your energy, the clearing of your house, energy re-energizing you really all is like the first step in what we're talking about today, which is listening to your soul and listening to your inner voice and kind of getting that information. Because once you kind of clear out all the gunk that's there, because we're getting bombarded with gunk every day, right? Like it's coming at us
Ab-
than ever
ab-
before. And so, and to everybody else around us. So like you said, like everybody else is bringing in all of those energies too into whatever it is, not to scare anybody because now we have the tools to kind of help us clear it. But I'm imagining that when you use these MP3s and you go through this and you clear all the gunk, then it becomes much easier to get the guidance that you're looking for, that you're seeking.
Absolutely, 100%. You know, you get a ballpoint pen, one dot on a paper. If that is all someone's put in your auric field, you know, that still holds the memory. It holds the thoughts, the experiences, and it even is like an energy cord. It's
Wow.
so important that it gives you a fair chance because you're not bombarded. How many of you are with around other people and with different accents and you find that you start sounding a bit like them? Has that happened to you?
Yes. Yeah.
You you are being influenced by the person's energy. You
Yeah.
don't try to do it, it's something that happens. And what if they're not saying anything at all? What if they're been through some pretty hard times
Mm,
and they're smiling, you don't know? That influences you because that's how energy works.
mm.
And I'm so glad that now they're scientifically proven how our brains have a frequency that connects to all the other brains around us.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
fascinating. So fascinating. It's
it
just,
is.
and it really is. It's just amazing how when you just you try to wrap your brain around all of this, it's just fascinating. And it really just then makes so much sense why we can be in that place of like, yeah, everything's fine and feeling like everything's fine, but deep down, something needs to shift. So with
Oh my
this,
God.
go ahead. She's getting information.
Um, I'm so sorry. They just said, if I'm thinking of you fondly, you'll receive that. You may not consciously be aware that I'm thinking of you fondly, but somehow you'll feel light and happy. But what if I'm not?
Mm,
What if I'm not? Have you ever been around a person and then all of a sudden, you know, you're bright and chirpy, and then suddenly you feel, oh, I shouldn't have worn this dress, or I've
oh,
you're judging your appearance, and it happens very in a very powerful way and very quickly. Who has experienced that before?
yes.
Because if you have, and you've already set yourself up to be in that high, elevated state of joy and confidence with yourself, what happens is someone's looking at you and they're judging you.
Mm,
They don't even have to be close to you, they could be seeing you from a distance. And people that do that, they're unhappy about themselves, they need healing.
mm,
But the way we are, that creates frequency. And if I concentrate, so if I'm going to concentrate on everyone here and I'm bringing in love and light and I'm sending that love out from my higher heart right now to everyone else's, and I'm just saying, I acknowledge the light within you. We're all connected, we're all one, and I send you love. I love you. I'm saying that I mean it. You can pick that up and feel it. But if I'm in a cranky mood about something, everyone in my way is going to cop it. So, so those tools, those MP3s, they are beautiful tools to help you to stop you from, not stop you from, but prevent you from picking up anything like that because you have the shield around you. And if you do, clearing it all away.
Oh, I love that. Thank you, thank you, thank you for so much for giving that to all of us. All right, so I do see a couple people's with their hands raised. Would you like to talk to a few callers?
I'd love to. Oh my goodness.
Okay, awesome. So first up is Catherine. You are first in line, Catherine. You can unmute now, Catherine, if you're still there. There you
Sure.
are.
Find the button as usual.
Hey,
Hello. It's so lovely to see you again. I am
hello, darling.
I am soaking up everything you're saying, and it's just really putting a lot of pieces together to help me focus more on the love in my life, sending love, receiving love, and realizing that we really do have the power to stay connected to source energy, to our guides. And you are such a wonderful inspiration and teacher that
Thank
I
you.
am absolutely adore.
Oh, thank you, gorgeous. I adore you.
And I don't have a particular question, but if you want to, go with that, and also what you said about Gretchen and her heart-based um, way of presenting this particular platform. Elaborate a little bit on that, because I am finding this to be the most heart-based platform out there.
Wow. Catherine,
Beautiful words.
that was my number one goal when I put this together. So thank you.
Yeah. So, I don't have a specific question, but I just wanted to say that. And, if you want to speak a little bit more to that, that would be lovely. And I love you both so much.
You want me to speak about Gretchen? Heart-based. Okay. Well, like attracts like, and oh my goodness me. In a world where we need more light, when you're seeking for the light, you'll be drawn to the light and you'll be drawn to the love. Love is the most healing vibration in existence. And I agree with you. I mean, I said that it's heart based as well. I'm so glad that you can see that. You've allowed love to lead you here. And here you are. And I'm glad you're enjoying the show. And I'm so excited that I'm on this for the first time. It's beautiful. Thank you, Gretchen.
Thank you, Susan. And Catherine, you sound so strong. This is the strongest I've heard you in a while. So whatever you're doing, keep going.
I have to say, I've been taking classes with Susan,
Aw,
and I've been very connected to Virginia.
aw,
And honestly, two of the most love-based people I work with,
yes. I
Oh,
as well as Kay, and you.
oh,
But you
I would
you know the drill. You know where I've been and who I'm working with.
yeah. Well, you sound amazing. So I'm so happy for you, Catherine.
Well, the recovery has been long and slow, but it is really reaching a peak now, and I think all these classes and everything's changing in a good direction. So thank you so much.
Aw.
wow, that's beautiful. And see, here's that thing about never giving up because you don't know what's around the corner. You're proof.
Exactly.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. So beautiful to hear your voice. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Aw, I love that.
Oh,
Very, very good. All right, Sarah, you are next up.
Hi, Gretchen and Susan. It's so lovely to be here.
Hi,
Like,
Sarah.
yeah, and I agree with Catherine. I have to say, I love this platform, and I love you, Gretchen. I love your energy. I love you, Susan, too.
oh, thank you.
It's lovely to be here. My question is, I would really like to move home. And I do wonder if I have a block around having a safe home, and I really feel like I'm ready to move forward. Um, I just wonder if you can speak on that, on kind of feeling safe and kind of feeling safe. Yeah, feeling safe to be safe, like it's safe to be safe.
Okay. So I'm just understanding the question. You want to know, you want to move home and you want to feel safe?
That's right. Yeah, I wonder. I seem to have a pattern of kind of being in houses that aren't very safe or that aren't very nurturing for me. And I just wonder if there's something,
I
like if there's
see.
a pattern there that needs to be dissolved.
Absolutely there is. And thank you, guys. Oh my goodness me. I see you as a young little boy, very, very dark skinned, beautiful little boy. Oh my goodness me. So they just downloaded a whole lot of information regarding you. They show me a past life where you're in a very nomadic, you were in a nomadic tribe. And there was a need to travel because of the seasons. And something happened where it's like there was a delay in moving. And then I see the rains come and there's flooding. And as a consequence, in that lifetime, oh, they show me that there was extreme fear because you nearly drowned. And you actually saw things happen. I won't go into detail, it's not necessary. But for that reason, you have this inability to settle in a home.
Mm-hmm.
Subconsciously, there's an aversion to growing roots. Well, got massive confirmation with that. And so to clear that, the affirmation for you to use they're giving me is that it's safe for me to stay in one place. I'm safe. I'm safe. And am I permitted to do a clearing, facilitate a clearing around that, Gretchen?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Sarah, just close your eyes. And anyone else that always feels as if they can't settle in a home and has one succession of bad luck after the other, going from home to home, and it doesn't matter if suddenly they sell and you're evicted or the house collapse. If there's a succession, we're very, very powerful. And subconsciously, we create the most. Oh, hello.
Hello?
Sorry, it went a bit funny for some reason.
You just froze. I could hear you.
I'm sorry, we're very powerful, and subconsciously, we can create situations because that's what soul wounds do. So just close your eyes and I'll take you through a technique. I'd like you to see yourself. No, that's going to take too long. Just close your eyes. I'll just connect with my guides. And just bringing it in right from where you are now. Just bringing the energy in through your soul DNA. Going into those programs that make you feel unsettled, unsafe, being in one place, and feeling unsafe about settling in one place. Okay, thank you. Are you feeling fluttering or pressure in your chest or a bit of pain in the heart chakra area? Sarah?
My heart feels, yeah, my heart feels like it started beating a little bit faster. There's a little bit fluttering.
That's because that's coming up from that past life, that fear. It's natural. It's okay. They're bringing that up to connect it, to bring it to the surface so that they can, and just allow that to flow through. There's still resistance. You're tensing your shoulders, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Just take a deep breath and let it go. I can feel that. And just let the energy just flow through and just allow it to go through to where it needs to go. And I'm just going to surrender that to them to continue doing that for you. and continue doing your positive affirmations because that will help you, darling. Okay.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you so much. And thank you,
From
Gretchen.
now on, whenever you feel anxiety, because I get that you've been having anxiety as well about moving, about settling. Okay. From now on, when that happens, please tap yourself between your throat chakra and your heart chakra. I call it the peace point. You can either push gently in a pulsating way or just tap and say, I'm safe. It's okay. I'm safe. You're safe. You're safe. You're safe. I'm safe. I am safe. And breathe that in. And you're telling your body that you are safe. It helps to reprogram you. If you do that every time, you'll see a huge change. Okay. Let me know.
Thank you
Let
so
us know
much.
how you go. How does it feel now?
I feel calmer, and I feel my energy's more in my stomach than my chest. Like I feel a little bit more grounded and centered and calmer.
Good.
Thank you so much, Susan.
Nice.
You're welcome. High five, guys.
Good job, Sarah. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Wow. Very good. There's a question here from Robbie. Robbie says, if you are working with someone with a lot of trauma who is shut down, do you maintain your own energy alone?
I'm not quite sure I understand the question.
I think I think this was when we were talking about taking other people's energy. I think like protecting your own energy. I think, Robbie, you can clarify.
Yeah, if you can clarify that, that'll be great. But so I do facilitate for a lot of people who have been through trauma and still going through it. And you have to separate your emotional body, especially if you're an empath, because you have to hold space for them. And part of holding space for them is holding your light. And as soon as the emotions get there, you're not able to maintain that current. So you're channeling that light in and keeping that within yourself while you are facilitating for the person. I hope that answers your question.
I think that's what she wanted, but that's really good because that brought up a lot for me, Robbie. So thank you for asking that question because that is one thing that I struggle with as well. So Susan, great answer. Thank you for that. Very good. All right. So we have time for one more. Isabel, you are up next in line.
It's on mute, darling.
Isabel, are you there? If you can unmute yourself. There you are. Hi, Isabel. Oh, she unmuted, but we can't hear her. Can't hear you, Isabel. I don't think your mic is working.
Sorry.
There was another one. Elaine, you were up, so I'm gonna bring you up next. Elaine.
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Gretchen. I've missed you.
I'm glad to have you here, Elaine.
My question kind of revolves around what I asked in the chat. That is it always because you don't feel safe that the words don't ring true when you call someplace home? But it's really not in energetically. Or can it be other issues?
So that question opens up a can of worms. It's like it can be like Sarah. Thanks for reminding me of her name. So with Sarah, it's because of past life where she didn't feel safe. She couldn't settle. But it could also be because you're picking up on the energy imprints in the space. So if someone builds an apartment, and let's just say, there we go, here's the electrician and he does the wiring. If this person has a very strong energy and they're in a really bad space and you're an empath, you walk in, you think, oh, I don't feel safe. Why? Because that energy is working. You may not be able to see it, and you may not be able to quite decipher what exactly it is or where it's coming from, but if that could also make you feel unsafe. And also if there's a spirit attachment in the place, a spirit in the home somewhere. I hope that answers your question, beautiful.
Well, I think it's, yes, it does. And I think it's because we're all so different and the circumstances are so different that it could be almost anything.
That's right. Exactly right.
Yeah. And one thing, Elaine, is the attachments and the space clearing. That is one thing with the gift that Susan gave us, we can take care of. Right. So that's one thing we can take off our plate by listening to that MP3. So it's kind of like an elimination diet, right? Like we're gonna get rid of this, and this, and then reintroduce stuff. So, but for this, it's the opposite. It's like, okay, I can take this off the plate because it's taken care of with what Susan's given us. So, good question.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, beautiful.
Thanks for being here. All right, so Isabel, let's try you again. I asked her to leave and come back, so, and I said we'd call on her. So let's see if we can get you to unmute now. Oh, it should work now.
Hello.
Yay, it
Yes.
worked. Yes.
My God, I
You're
couldn't
good.
believe it. I said the first time that someone take me on the calls, funktioniert nicht.
Oh,
It
gorgeous.
doesn't work. Oh my God. Oh, thank you. I'm really grateful, and I love you guys really from my heart, because you had helped me a lot. And with this podcast that I hear, es ist really eine big help.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're here, Isabel.
Sorry, I'm living in Germany, and I mix with German sometimes. I have this problem, but I understand everything. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. And you are on with the beautiful Susan, so I'll let you two take it away.
Okay, thank you. My question is, I'm traveling is in my life 200%. I am in change. I feel really blocked. Everything has changed in my life, and I'm trying to connect with my higher self, but I feel stuck, and I don't know how I can go in which direction. So I'm doing good, or I'm total chaotic. I don't know.
Well, as my guides are scanning your energy, the first thing I see is I see a very selfless person with so much light. You give to others, it gives you the greatest joy. When you see other people doing well, you feel amazing. The thing is, when you step out of that role and being the one that's expected to hold the fort and to put everyone else first, it can make some people feel uncomfortable because you're so used to being in the background, having to push other people up. With you, I'm also sensing a bit of a fight or flight mode, connecting to spirits. Subconsciously, there's a fear in communicating and seeing spirits clearly. And what you need to learn first is you need to learn how to be safe. You need to learn how, thank you guides, word for word they're giving me. The moment you know that your guides are with you, surrounding you and keeping you safe, that's when you'll be able to really open up. That's what that resistance is. And also, you have programs in you that have told you that opening up and connecting psychically is bad, it's wrong. Does any of this make sense to you?
Yes, very much. When I was young, I connected, and I have fear. And
Mm.
but sometimes I feel the people, I feel the situation, I know things on a without also. I had this clutch in me that I know when something is right or or wrong, but I have doubt, and I know that I don't have much time, and I had to. It's like I wait until the perfect time come, but I think is now because I thinking that I'm wasting my time sometimes.
I see. You're starting to make choices about blessing you, doing what you want for you. Congratulations. I'm very proud of you. Now, things with all the sensitivity that you have, that it's really important moving forward for you, is what they're telling me, that you learn how to open up safely. You need to ask your guides to put you in a safe and sacred space. Use the meditations. You'll feel that they're free. Use the meditations and see how you go with that. And even after the first one and the second one, you connect with your guide. I'd love for you to experience how it makes you feel after. You'll feel that safety, and not only that, you'll be able to perceive their information more. With you, the main thing they're telling me, they're pushing me, they're making me hurry up, I don't know why. But for you, the main thing is being safe, feeling safe. That thing that happened to you in childhood, that's the main reason why there's this resistance. You've done it before in past lives. You know exactly what to do. To do. You know how to do. You are now going through a phase where you're remembering how to do it. And because of what happened when you were a child, it's created that fear. Hence the reason why they said you need to know you're safe. So, darling, have a look at those meditations and let us know how you go with that, because they will make you feel safe,
Thank
because
you.
you'll just have your guides with you. All right, beautiful. And you'll get there. You'll get there. Keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isabel, you're taking the first step, right? Which is what we talked about at the beginning of the call. And that step is something needs to change. And so you've taken that first step. You were here, you got to talk to Susan, listen to the MP3s. I think when you clear your energy, like Susan said, with those MP3s, you're gonna feel a big difference.
Thank you very much. From the bottom of my heart, today is like a miracle in my living, in my life.
Oh, I'm so
How
happy.
do, how do
I
I
am
say
so
dank,
happy.
Dankeschön?
Thank you. Gerne.
Thank you, Isabel. Please, 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 email me and let me know how it goes for you, okay?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very
Thank-
much.
You're welcome.
Tschüss.
Oh, so sweet. All right. I'm going to post the link here so you guys all have it, and it will also be on the replay page with Susan underneath her video, so you can grab it there as well. All right, Susan, I know that people are going to want to know how to have sessions with you, how to connect with you. So what is your website? How can they connect with you? What's the best way to connect with you? I know you got classes on connecting with your guides and all of those beautiful things. So let them know, please.
Thank you. It's just susanpenno.com. So Penno, my maiden name, P for Peter, E for Edward, N for Nelly, O for October. So susanpenno.com.
All right, awesome guys. There's a lot there. If you have any desire to have a session with Susan, I highly, highly recommend you get the amount of clarity and information you get is amazing. So definitely check out her website. Her classes, her favorite thing to do in this world is to teach, and that comes through. You can see when she presents her classes. So guys, please, please, please take Susan up on her free gifts. It's such an important thing. This clearing of our energy is so important, and it was such an important conversation because it really is step one to receiving that information that we all are craving, myself included. Our yeses, our nos, our all of that. If our energy's all messed up and all mucked up, we're not going to get the answers that we need. So this is the first step and the most important step. So Susan, my dear, thank you
Yes, my darling.
so much for being here. I absolutely love you, adore you, and appreciate you
Oh,
so much for being with us here today.
thank you so much for having this show. Thank you for doing this. It's just beautiful, so amazing. I
Oh,
love you, Gretchen, and I missed you.
oh, I love you too, Susan. Look at these hearts. Everybody is showing you their love and gratitude for being here and
Oh,
with us today. So you guys are rock. Look at those hearts. And I love the flower, whoever's putting up that flower. Awesome.
how
Awesome.
beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you so much, everyone. Love
Thanks,
to you
everyone.
all.
Yes, thanks, everyone. Thanks
Thank
for being
you.
here. Appreciate you all. Bye, Susan. Love you. All
See you, gorgeous.
right. Bye-bye, everyone.